Greetings and welcome. Reverend Dr. Amos Chowachong, coordinator of the Diaspora Europe and the Gulf Missionary area, has urged his Christians to welcome the new year with gratitude, build on their past, trust in God's guidance, and move forward with unwavering faith. This is contained in his New Year address to the Christians. His full speech right ahead.
Beloved in Christ, fellow laborers in God's vineyard, Happy New Year. As we stand at the dawn of 2025, I invite you to pause and reflect on the Lord's enduring faithfulness. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Lamentations 3:22-23. With grateful hearts, let us embrace this new season, ready to build on our past, trust in God's guidance, and stride forward in faith. The year 2024 was a whirlwind, busy, rewarding, and brimming with God's grace. We achieved remarkable milestones together, even as we confronted challenges unique to our vibrant, diverse, and far-reaching missionary area. Today I will share highlights of our journey over the past year, our vision for the future, and how we can all play a part in making 2025 a year of spiritual and communal flourishing. Last year was defined by dynamic growth, strategic outreach, and heartfelt connections. My first visit to Nicosia, Cyprus in March was a pivotal moment. Engaging with our small Presbyterian community there, I witnessed their resilience and longing for spiritual nourishment. My return in October to officiate the wedding of Daniel and Joyce, members who found love amidst their pursuit of greener pastures, was a joyful reminder of God's providence. In April, my second visit to the Gulf region reinforced the bonds within our community and highlighted the transformative leadership of Reverend Mrs. Cham Alvin. The appointment of regional officers has further strengthened cohesion and provided clear direction. My interactions with the dynamic congregations in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, alongside partnership meetings with host churches like Christ Church, demonstrated the power of resourcefulness and collaboration in overcoming challenges, including the high costs of worship spaces. April also brought us to Antwerp, where leaders from the Christian women and men's fellowship movements convened to elect new officers for the next 5 years. Despite logistical challenges, we ensured representation from across the missionary area by appointing representatives for the UK and the Gulf, solidifying the bonds that unite us as one body in Christ. Our outreach continued to Manchester, where we dedicated a batch of new members into the CWF. In Gothenburg, Copenhagen, and elsewhere, we dedicated elders, inducted new leaders, and celebrated the tireless contributions of our youth, men, and women's fellowships. A standout moment was the establishment of new prayer cells in the UK, in Birmingham, Derby, Northampton, Manchester, and London, a sign of the church's steady growth and the dedication of colleagues like Reverend Felix Dim. The election, appointment, and co-option of new missionary area leaders during our missionary area delegates meeting in Gothenburg marked a significant moment of thanksgiving and renewed anticipation. I sincerely thank those who have faithfully labored alongside us over the past 5 years. Your dedication has been a cornerstone of our journey. At the same time, I warmly welcome those who now step into these roles of leadership, entrusted with the responsibility to guide us toward growth and dynamic change. Our ministry is a shared endeavor, where clergy and laity work hand in hand, a proud heritage that underscores the resilience and vitality of our church. It is this partnership that sustains us, shaping a church that remains steadfast in its mission and prepared to embrace the opportunities ahead. Together, we continue to build a future rooted in faith, collaboration, and unwavering commitment. One of the most profound highlights of 2024 was celebrating a decade of dedicated leadership by Moderator Funky Samuel Foba at the helm of the PCC. The journey culminated in a heartwarming send-forth event in Cameroon in May, where I had the privilege of reviewing his memoir, a testament to his impactful legacy. The celebrations continued in October with a farewell service hosted by our missionary area in Antwerp, a gathering that reflected both gratitude and anticipation. November ushered in a new chapter for the PCC with the election of Reverend Mickey Hansabia as moderator and Reverend Ayuk Solomoneta as synod clerk. As the torch now passes to moderator-elect Right Reverend Mickey Hansabia, we find ourselves renewed with hope for strengthened diaspora ministries. A re-engagement of Reverend Numfo Lawrence as a PCC pastor and his placement as the resident pastor for the Gulf Parish is both timely and strategically significant. This move addresses key logistical challenges and eases the financial burden of bringing a pastor from Cameroon. The Synod's decision, based on my recommendations, reflects our dedication to serving the Gulf community while also positioning ourselves to expand outreach into neighboring areas. This effort is particularly meaningful given the distinctive context of working within a predominantly Muslim environment. The joint visit of Moderator Funky Samuel Foba and Moderator-elect Right Reverend Mickey Hans to the Gulf underscored the Church's commitment to understanding and addressing the unique needs of our missionary area. The year was also rich in personal milestones and community celebrations that highlighted the vibrancy of our faith. In June, the ordination of Reverend Juliet Kisop, pioneer president of CWF in the UK, as pastor of the Methodist Church, stood as a powerful affirmation of our mission's growth and dynamism. In July, the wedding of Eric and Genevieve in Swansea, Wales, was a joyful occasion, followed by Desmond and Betsy's beautiful union in Copenhagen in August. These celebrations of love and commitment resonated across mainland Europe, the Gulf, and the UK, painting a picture of faith alive in every corner of our missionary area. Golden Jubilee celebrations, such as the remarkable milestone of Albert, Titus, and Cassandra in Rhodes, Greece, infused our year with a sense of timelessness. These moments stood as poignant reminders of the enduring bonds that unite our community across generations. Throughout the year, rallies and gatherings across mainland Europe, the UK and the Gulf wove a vibrant tapestry of fellowship and celebration. Each event reaffirmed the joys of shared faith, the strength of our collective purpose, and the beauty of coming together as one family in Christ. On a personal note, my family and I have been blessed with good health and the joy of celebrating significant milestones over the past year. Among these, I was deeply honored to receive a coronation medal from King Charles III of the United Kingdom, following the privilege of officiating at the Honours of Scotland at Edinburgh Cathedral in July 2023. It was a moment of immense gratitude and reflection. Another highlight was the publication of my first monograph, Intra-African Pentecostalism and the Dynamics of Power, with Weave and Stock. This accomplishment marked an important step in my ongoing commitment to bridging pastoral ministry with academic inquiry. In addition to this, I have continued to contribute to theological education by delivering lectures to master's students at our seminary in Kumba and mentoring a student through his thesis as a supervisor. For me, this synergy between ministry and academia is not merely a personal passion. It is integral to the mission of our church. It reflects the importance of cultivating intellectual and spiritual growth as we navigate the challenges and opportunities of our evolving world. As we honor the legacy of those who have guided us and look ahead with hope, we are reminded that our journey is one of building on strong foundations while sowing seeds for a flourishing future. My dear Christian friends, in the spirit of continuity and growth, I will continue sharing my daily reflections with you throughout the year. I hope that these reflections become a meaningful tool for your families, gathering you in prayer, offering encouragement, and nurturing spiritual, social, and intellectual growth. Together with my colleagues, I remain committed to fostering spiritual renewal through retreats and leadership training programs. These efforts aim to strengthen our resolve to build a more spiritually grounded and vibrant church. Additionally, we are expanding opportunities for fellowship and connection, ensuring that as a community, we not only grow, but thrive in unity and shared purpose. I am excited to announce that the Mainland Europe Convention is scheduled to take place in Copenhagen in the second part of the year. The United Kingdom and Gulf regions will also come together for the same purpose. This will be a unique opportunity to meet our new church leaders, the moderator and the synod clerk, and to reaffirm our collective commitment to God's mission. The convention will also highlight the incredible work of our movements through their annual rallies, showcasing the dedication of our fellowship movements and youth groups. As we look to the future, our plans are bold and purposeful. The first is strategic development. We are embarking on a 5-year journey to establish permanent worship spaces, beginning with a multi-purpose structure in Belgium. This will provide a stable spiritual home and support for our pastors, paving the way for similar projects in other regions. Second, youth empowerment. A newly appointed youth coordinator for the Missionary area, along with an assistant for the Gulf, will focus on mentoring and engaging young Christians, ensuring they have a voice and an active role in the life of the church. Third, strengthening worship through choirs. Plans are underway to create leadership structures for our English choirs. This will amplify their contributions to worship and evangelism, enriching our church's spiritual life. These goals are not merely aspirations. They are intentional steps toward a future where our church flourishes as a vibrant, inclusive community firmly rooted in God's purpose. Together, let us commit to making 2025 a year of faith, growth, and unity, where every effort aligns with our shared mission. I need to mention that the communications department is pivotal for achieving these aspirations. Their recent accomplishments in delivering news content of exceptional quality, daringly comparable to the esteemed BBC broadcasting service, have set an unparalleled standard within our church. The establishment and investment in this department within our missionary area could not be timelier, as the fruits of their labor are already evident in the meaningful connections they foster. Their work amplifies awareness of our policies and commitments, ensuring our collective progress is both visible and celebrated. However, their success is a collaborative effort. By providing them with timely and accurate information, congregations and other departments can further empower their efforts, strengthening the bonds within our church family. Beloved in the Lord, the Apostle Paul exhorts us, make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. Ephesians 4 verse 3. This call resonates deeply within our missionary area, where diverse cultures, economic backgrounds, and personal circumstances converge. Despite our differences, we are bound together as one in Christ, a family united by faith. I urge you to make prayer a daily practice, for it is the lifeline that connects us to the Creator, Sustainer, and Guide of our lives. As my mother often says, prayer changes things. Indeed, through prayer, we draw strength from the infinite power of God to face the challenges before us, whether they be personal, communal, or spiritual. For many of us navigating the complexities of integrating into new geocultural contexts, prayer is not just a ritual, but a sanctuary, a place to anchor our identities and aspirations in the unchanging love of God. Prayer is the most powerful tool Christians have to confront and overcome the schemes of evil. Through prayer, we stand against the forces of darkness that Satan uses to stir division among us, cloud our hearts with pride, and turn us against one another. Instead of building each other up, we risk tearing each other down, playing into his hands. But prayer breaks these chains, restores unity, and empowers us to uplift and encourage one another in the love and strength of Christ. Prayer is transformative. It equips us to see beyond immediate hardships and opens our eyes to the possibilities of God's providence. It allows us to align our desires with God's will, offering peace in times of uncertainty and clarity when faced with difficult decisions. Just as the Apostle Paul encourages in Philippians 4:6-7, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. And remember, prayer does not change God, but it changes him who prays. I extend heartfelt thanks to my colleagues. Your dedication inspires me. To all our Christians, your daily stewardship of congregations reflects the spirit of Presbyterianism. To all chairpersons and Christians, your gifts and resources sustain our ministry. To our movements, CWF, CMF, CYF, YP, Sunday School, and the choirs for their evangelistic outreach impact. To the Treasury Department, your steadfast commitment to refining our financial management policies and ensuring that congregations uphold their commitments is commendable. to the caretaker committee, your wisdom and collaboration in directing the affairs of our vast missionary area is a gift of grace. Dear friends, let us step into 2025 with renewed hope and steadfast faith, trusting God to lead us through challenges and bless our endeavors. May this new year bring joy, peace, and abundant grace to you and your families. Together, let us shine as a light in the darkness, making Diaspora Europe and the Gulf Missionary Area a testimony of God's love. Happy New Year. God bless you.
That was Reverend Dr. Amos Chawachong. Thanks for being here. My name is Titus Banyo. Bye-bye.